Many people, they don't understand that most of the problems that they face are because of the short-term mentality that they adopt, that they practice, instead of the long-term mentality. What is the short-term mentality? It is for you to act upon what you want to feel or solve here and now, and ignore the after. And the long-term mentality is the opposite of that. You act now thinking on the after, not only thinking on the now. You think on both. Now, but especially on the consequences of what you're going to do now and how it will affect the after. Unfortunately, the human being tend to have the short-term mentality. The short-term mentality on trying to solve the problem here and now is usually manifested. To give some usual examples, when you want to eat that cake that is so sweet, that tasty cake, your eyes see, your mouth already feel that taste even before you putting it in your mouth is already watering. Why do you think like that? I will eat that cake. You're thinking that the cake is tasty. I'm gonna feel pleasure when I eat the cake. And you don't think that the cake, maybe, will harm your health. It will not be compatible with that objective that you have on losing weight. I'm in need of losing weight. Then you don't think, if I eat this cake now, I will not lose weight in the long term, but now I'm gonna feel pleasure. So what do? You go and eat it. And on the following day, the trousers don't fit anymore. Isn't it? This is the short-term mentality. Short-term mentality is when you go to the shopping center and you see something there, you see an advertisement on TV, internet, you see a piece of clothing, some trainers, and your eyes see, this would be so nice in me. I want to have it because so-and-so already have it, is the trend, and you go, pay on credit card, installments, and you take that home. And later, your budget is tight for the next 7 to 10 months. You go into debt. You thought on the short term, but you didn't think on the long term. For you to act on short term, for you to have the short term mentality, is when you have a misunderstanding with your spouse, with your children, with someone, and suddenly you throw a word, you curse, you offend, you humiliate the person because you are proud, and you say, I won't accept this. I won't accept this. This is how I am. You are this type of person. And indeed, you win the fights, the arguments, but you lose the peace. You win the argument now, but later you have an awkward environment with your family, the person, for the next days, months, and you keep on harming that relationship on the long term, little by little, which means short-term mentality causes many problems to people, many problems. The person think like this, I know I have to go to church, I know I have to fix myself with God, I have to pray and read the Bible, but I'll do it later, because they think that now they have to solve another problem that in their point of view is more important. Even though with their mouth they say God is more important, is the first in my life, they say something with the mouth, but their actions say otherwise. Other things are more important than God, because God is always at the end of the line. And you say, Lord, not now, not today, not this weekend, first I have to solve that, and God is always at the end of the line. But with the mouth they say, God is the most important one in my life and first, but they don't see that they are harming their own lives at the long term by the short-term actions that they are having now. You know, King Solomon, in all his wisdom, he spoke about a common example that give us a lesson that makes us to feel small when he speaks of the ant. The ant, he says like this, "Go to the ant, you sluggard, consider her ways and be wise, which having no captain, overseer, or ruler," in other words, nobody to give its orders, provides her supplies in the summer, and gathers her food in the harvest, which means it works at summer in the heat. How long will you slumber, O sluggard? When will you rise from your sleep? So shall your poverty come on you like a prowler, and your need like an armed man. Which means the ant works thinking on the long term. Isn't it? It's an ant. What is the size of an ant's brain compared to ours? What is the size of it? But there, in the ant's brain, there's a programming and understanding that says like this: you have to gather food now, because in the winter, there will be no leaves. You have to gather the leaves now. Have to bring to the ant's nest the leaves now, because in the winter there will be none. So prepare them now. And then it goes there, works in the summer, and in the winter they stay warm, fed in their ant's nest throughout the whole winter. Isn't that wonderful? God leaves lessons, hints, teachings, wonderful ones in the nature, in a way that men, the only thing that they have to do is to use a little bit of their brain, of their intelligence, and learn the lessons that God leaves with the ants, the birds, the nature, the sky, the seas, with everything that He left as hints for us to learn on how to live well. So maybe you are living today complaining so much about your life and condition because you have been having an impulsive, anxious, and inconsequent person that does things on trying to solve your problem of today, of now, your necessities, your desires of now. But you don't think on what your actions of now will cause in the middle and in the long term. Make this change in your mind here. Every time that you go and do something, train your mind to think and ask yourself, wait, what will this thing cause in my life on the long term? Do I want the good result now or later, forever? Do I want a quick satisfaction or I want a continuous satisfaction? What do I want? Think about it. Go to the ant. Go and look at the ant and study it. And who knows? You will learn a precious lesson and will change the story of your life.
Did you like this? Would you like to hear it again? Listen to it as many times as you need until this content becomes part of you. Don't forget to leave your like, comment, and share. See you next time.